What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Steve from Pltr Gang Investments, and I hope y'all print that money, because today we printing that money, man. Palantir came in with earnings, beat expectations. I think we closed the day up like 7% and change. At one point we was up 9%. Palantir at like 73. So, you know, as far as the account, man, we doing great. You know, we took 10,000 out the account and we just creeping back up. I put that money, you know, in other accounts, enjoyed it a little bit, paid some taxes with some of it, did a few things with it. But if we still had the money in there, we'd be at like 27,000. And at this point, year-to-date P&L is what, 11.4. We up 77%. All-time P&L is 24.2. Way more money than is in this account, man. This account comes from nothing now. So with the Palantir earnings, let's look at the Palantir position. Got a few calls, man. Looked like this one I had that was close might not make it, because I had that 185. Unless Palantir gonna break out, looked like that one might not make it. But the other two doing good. I took profits on one, and we bought another share of Palantir. So, you know, we got like 79 shares in this account. You know what I'm saying? So Palantir is doing great. We got some of my other positions. We're gonna start adding to them soon. I might either raise some cash from the portfolio or maybe send some cash in, and we'll start active trading again in a little bit. But let's talk about these Palantir earnings, man. Palantir has now reported a rule of 40 of like 94, I believe, 90 something, which is crazy. Then they just reported that they bringing in $1 billion a quarter. I think they got it for $2 billion, if I'm not mistaken. Fact check me if I'm wrong. But between the Palantir earnings, the Microsoft earnings, and those Meta earnings, this is what we meant when we said people is getting left behind by AI. In the real world, we're watching entrepreneurs create AI companies and becoming worth hundreds of millions of dollars overnight. In the stock market, these AI stocks are riding, and then you got everybody else. They're saying that it's getting to the point, that's why they're trying to do things like elect a socialist mayor in New York, because it's like, what's going on in the stock market, like, I'm just a small example. Like, this is what it looks like to see the rich get richer. Like, the people who are really involved in AI are making money hand over fist. I made well over $1,000 a day. I made $1,000 in this account and other accounts. We ain't even gonna speak on that. But what's going on right now is what I've been trying to say since I started this channel. We are in an era where if you're not involved in AI, using AI to improve your business, working in AI, or being an AI investor, you just gonna get left behind. Like, SPY investors, they should be good, but that growth, even I would want a little more growth than that right now, because between AI and inflation, it's just gonna be a lot of money coming in. So the street has raised the price target on Palantir to the big 200, man. Everybody except Rishi, who's been hanging on it since the beginning, he got the price target at 45. Alex Karp said, read them and weep. Alex Karp is shitting on his haters. I love it, because I hate my haters too, and I love to shit on them. But that's just what it is at this point, man. Anybody who's invested in Palantir, congratulations. You know what I'm saying? Let those shares ride. The company's saying they're just starting. They only got 850 customers right now. They say it's getting to the point where they're going to actually have to start turning down customers. They're saying they're trying to coach these companies to use AI to empower their employees, not fire them. Because I was listening to one person saying it best. He said, bro, a world where everybody's getting rich off investing in Palantir and Nvidia and the regular person is going broke, that's not necessarily a world we want to live in. It might be repercussions to that, man, but that's just me letting y'all know what's going on with Palantir earnings, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, over here at Pltr Gang Investments, man, we've been getting money, man. We done made 10,000 off this account this year. Profit. There's no principal left in this account. Remember, I told y'all this account started with $700. We done basically made 27,000 off 700. For all my haters who talking about my account going backwards, you dumbasses. But this is the power of being in the market. This is why you don't listen to people who don't know what the fuck they're talking about, or you're going to end up living in your car with no stocks, selling all your stocks to buy cars and buy here, pay here, and then live in them when the market's up all-time highs, and you could be printing hand over fist. But yeah, I just got to give hats off to Alex Karp, man. I know this video a little different. Normally I go through all the positions, but boy, Alex Karp showed us it's been a serious journey from $8, $10 all the way to $175. It's still counting. They're saying we can hit 200, 300 easy. They're saying over the next decade, we become a $1 trillion company. We could 10x over the next decade. So, you know, on this channel, we're going to keep buying shares. We're going to start trading more again, just like we was doing last time. And we just going to keep adding to these positions, building up, man. And, you know, let's get into some charts so I can show y'all what's done happened on this chart with Palantir. So, on the Palantir daily, as y'all can see, we broke out. We almost broke out to 176, man. 176.44. I really needs to hit that 180 so I can get that money off that last call, but it's all good. Right now, looking at the chart, we definitely created a fair value gap when we beat earnings and gapped up like that overnight. So at this point, I would like to see 169, 162, something in the 160s. I need like a a pre-earnings price for an entry if I wanted to maybe buy a call or add on a trade, like a swing trade. So that's what I'd be looking at. If it were to fall below there, I would be looking at the 153 range to the 150 to the 144 range. We got an EMA also here, like this 159.44. So that 160 range will probably be pretty strong. But like I said, it's up through there. We don't really have a lot of resistance. So at this point in the game, the only thing could stop us is something macro. Trump needs to say something. Something would have to go bad in the broader economy, kind of like the jobs report. And we're going to talk about the jobs report because the jobs report is saying a lot about AI and what's going on. Like, we're in an era where the market's hitting all-time highs, but the jobs just got revised down massively. And as someone who in the real world, it's a lot of pressure in this economy. And I'm not going to sit here and lie to y'all. If I wasn't deep in this market, I'd probably be broke as fuck out here. So with that jobs report looking like that, that might be some repercussions, but you know, stock's still going up, man. That's why we got to get in these markets. Let's look at Nvidia, who's also breaking out, going crazy. Looks like their high was 183. They came down as 171 and bounced. Looks like today we came down to this 176 as EMA and bounced. As far as Nvidia, I would really need like that 172, 173 range, that 170 range, you know, to try and buy something again on Nvidia. But it's just like Alex Karp said at this point, it's chips, it's ontology. Chips, that's Nvidia. You know what I'm saying? The AMDs of the world, they're not going crazy like Nvidia. And, you know, some of the other companies that's in that field, like even the resellers like a CoreWeave, but all the money is going to chips and ontology, man. Alex Karp said it himself. So that's where we at with Nvidia. Last but not least, I actually want to look at something different today. Let's see. I want to look at AMD, man. Let's see if we can find AMD around here. Where the fuck is AMD? Where is AMD? Because I think they just got hit after hours. They had a good quarter, but not good enough type quarter. Let's type it in. Let's look at AMD. So, yeah, after hours, AMD has gotten hit. They had a decent quarter, but obviously it wasn't decent enough. For any of my AMD bulls, looks like they're going to open up in a range where it could be a decent buy, actually. We're going to open up in this 168 range. We got fair value gaps all over the place because AMD has been breaking out. If we open up at 168, that would be below the EMA, below the first fair value gap. So there might be some pressure. I'm not saying it'll be necessarily the quickest turnaround on something like that. I would also like to see what happens if it falls like maybe into like the lower 160 range. I would like that a little more. We got another EMA for support right here at like 163. We could try something there, man, but it's just another day in these markets. The market was actually down today. QQQ was down, SPY was down, Palantir, you know, they beat earnings, so they had a good day. But they was actually not the best day on the market, not the worst day either. Some companies, you know, HIMS missed earnings yesterday, so they down 12.36%, man. My little $100 roll. I had a call, made some money on HIMS, bought another one. That one's gone, man. Messing with this 12.3%, but it's all good. Super Micro done missed. I gotta go check that out. They down 14% right now. I gotta see what's done went left over there. Super Micro. And other than that, man, the market's just gonna keep going. Congratulations to anyone who's holding Palantir. Tell your haters, suck it. And we getting money. Them boys still ain't even made 50% yet. Them boys living in their cars. Them boys on vacation, ignoring these all-time highs. And I'm gonna see y'all boys in the next video. It's your boy Steve from Printer Gang Investments. I'm out.